Writing does not represent speech. That is, orthography does not reflect how we actually are talking. And language changes are two really basic concepts in linguistics. I'm thinking about this because Naomi, roaming the Americas, sent me this REI thread where people are arguing about whether they pronounce the T in mountain. And everybody has really strong feelings. I love this guy that said there's a fucking T in it. Yes, there is. Sort of. The problem is that we think that there's a one-to-one correspondence between letters and sounds. And this is not true at all for actually any language, but it's really, really not true in English. So the reason people are arguing about whether or not there's a T in mountain is because there's actually four sounds that are possible when we see the letter T in American English. And I've drawn them on the board for you here so you can see. There is the T with an aspiration with a burst on it that we see in the beginning of words like toy. There's the one that we see coming after an initial consonant, like the T in stem. There's another one, which is the tap T that we see in a word like butter. And then there's a fourth one, which we can get in words where there's the T before a nasal, as in mountain or button. So the reason people are arguing about this is because that sound, which is a glottal stop, the one we get in button or mountain, is not used by everyone. So yes, you can definitely say mountain, that's fine, but you can say mountain. And the rate at which people are using the glottal stop version, the mountain version, has increased over time in the United States. It's a change that has been led by people in the West, younger speakers, and women, which is a common kind of change in American English. But people are noticing that there's a difference, particularly along the age axis. And whenever there's a change that's led by young people, old people freak out because it reminds them of their own mortality. So you will frequently hear people say, the kids are ruining the language, because they see that there's something different that young people are doing than what they're doing. But the way that we write doesn't actually say much about the way that we talk. Did you know that there were 4 T's in English before you watched this? Like, no, it's 4 different sounds that we represent with a more limited set of characters in our orthography or in our writing system. So it's a ridiculous argument that you have to pronounce the T because there's a T written there. The T that's written there only tells you that you're dealing with one of 4 possibility. There's no like right T. And anybody that freaks out about anything like this is just mad because the language is changing around them, which is not something to be mad about because it's just a fact of language. Languages change.